We're joined now from Detroit by counterterrorism expert Richard Chasdi and associate professor at Walsh College. What, if anything, do we know about the people who might have carried out these attacks? I know it's early, but a lot of signals pointing towards ISIS.
Yes, it's early on in the process, and ISIS seems to be as good a candidate as any at this point. And the reason why, well, there's several reasons why, but the reason why for me that is predominant is the complexity of this series of attacks. And this requires a lot of professional training and a good deal of resources in terms of planning this out and time. And in this way, the complexity and the simultaneous nature of the series of attacks against multiple targets, it reminds me both of September 11th events and the 2008 Mumbai attack by Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Richard, was Beirut yesterday just a dress rehearsal?
I'm not certain. This is something that really will probably unfold as this series of events is analyzed over the next few months. What I am fairly comfortable in saying is that this type of coordinated and complex series of attacks is usually planned quite a while ahead of the time that it's actually carried out, and is actually implemented when macro political factors seem to be positioned in a way that you get the best effect.
So you say coordinated precision. How much time went into all of this? Because this was coordinated. It was several attacks, all carried out within moments of each other, it seems.
Yes. It's not clear to me, but I do think that the surveillance and the safe havens and the coordinated communications between people and those that assisted in this on the ground requires the type of resources and planning which really does point to ISIS. They, as other commentators have said, ISIS has been recruiting French nationals to fight in places such as Syria and Libya. And all of this at the same time begs the question of what entry points were used by these activists to return to France. And that brings up the greater question of whether the Schengen Agreement, in terms of removing those physical obstacles to the free flow of people throughout the European Union, has, in a sense, met its match.
Do you think it's contributed to this then? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not necessarily, but the Schengen Agreement has contributed to the free flow of movement across national borders, and terrorists benefit from that. So asking the right questions in terms of points of access to the European Union, if it isn't France directly, is something that needs to be considered. And of course, the Schengen agreements have been under some scrutiny in past terrorist events, particularly the last go around in France.